Also tonight, top 5 Canadian bantamweights clash in their home country. Jiu-Jitsu black belt Alexis Davis is on a mission to get back into title contention. But first, she's on a mission for revenge against her nemesis, kickboxer Sarah Kaufman, who's already collected a pair of wins over Davis. Plus, rising Canadian stars Chad Laprise and Olivier Aubin-Mercier look to continue their promising careers with wins north of the border. The Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 prelims start right now. And here we go!
Now for the 7th time, the Octagon is in beautiful Montreal, Quebec, Canada, in the home of Les Habitants, the Montreal Canadiens, as we welcome you to Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 prelims. Sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Closed captioning is available for tonight's telecast, and if you'd like to hear the broadcast in Spanish, click over to the simulcast on Fox Deportes. Let's get things started. Hi again, everybody. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan. Always great to be here in Montreal. Later tonight on pay-per-view, Demetrius Johnson, Fuyoji Horiguchi. A big challenge for the longtime champion.
An exciting fight. It's always interesting to see what Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson can do with an exciting challenger, because he's so technical, he's so fast, he's so good. And I think Horiguchi presents some really unique challenges. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson has no flaws in his game. He's literally the most technical fighter in MMA. Well, Horiguchi is extremely aggressive, very explosive, very fast, and he has this blitz style of attacking. Wide stance, leaps in and out. It's very unpredictable. It's very difficult to prepare for.
Longtime prodigy of Ken Yamamoto, and he does say he will win by knockout. Later tonight, we will see that's our main event. How about this catchweight fight? 215 pounds, just simply Joe. The return of Rampage.
The return of Rampage with the perfect style to fit him in the UFC. Rampage Jackson, of course, former UFC light heavyweight champion, and one of the best knockout artists we've ever seen in the sport. A real bomber. But the guy he's fighting, Pablo Maldonado, is an excellent boxer. He's an undefeated professional boxer who has some very good skills when it comes to body punching, when it comes to the accuracy of his punches, and he's the type of guy that is just not gonna shoot for a takedown.
Our rules of the Octagon are brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. 3 judges scored the bout duration, 3 5-minute rounds. Tonight's championship fight is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. A 10-point scoring system is in effect, with the round winner gaining 10 points, his opponent 9 or less, based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and Octagon control. Submission wizard Olivier Aubin-Mercier returns to the Octagon tonight to take on hard-charging David Michaud in what should be a fast-paced fight. Given his aggressive attack in the Octagon, David Michaud's nickname of Bulldog is an appropriate one. In following a hard-fought split decision loss to Jinglong Li, a move to lightweight was the right one for Michaud, as he defeated Garrett Whiteley in his 155-pound debut. A finalist at welterweight on the Ultimate Fighter Nations, Montreal's Olivier Aubin-Mercier also made it clear that lightweight was the place for him, as his slick submission game led him to a performance of the night win over Jake Lindsay that has him thinking big in 2015. Coming up next, David Bulldog Michaud squares off against Olivier Aubin-Mercier. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Open 26 years old. This tale of the tape is virtually identical. To get things officially started, here from Montreal, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada for UFC 186. Johnson versus Horiguchi. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a boxer and a wrestler, holding a professional record, 8 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, USA, David Bulldog Michaud. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 6 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Olivier Aubin-Mercier. And with the action begins, the referee in charge,
Yves Levine, our referee. Ariane Brittany. Here tonight, the 7th time the UFC has been in Montreal.
You ready, sir? T'es prêt?
Machad and Olivier Aubin-Mercier. Here we go. Mercier, the southpaw, a finalist on Tough Nations at 170 pounds. David Machad, very, very tough fight. 8-1 in his pro career. He's in the red, black trunks, for the French Canadian.
Opens up a little. Surprising.
Always interesting. You have the different styles, different stances, southpaw against orthodox. Even Mercier, very explosive with his striking. Gets out of the way. He really talked about UFC jitters, Joe, especially in the fight in Quebec City with Chad Freeze. And now since I'm feeling more comfortable, I'm going to really show some people what I'm about to do.
Beautiful duck under, beautiful takedown.
Good
David,
start.
right back up to his feet. He's battling here.
Yeah, Machad, a lifetime wrestler.
Aubin-Mercier, though, does have the submission advantage. Should it go to the ground, it's not where Machad wants to be.
Well, and you say that, and it is totally accurate because all 6 professional wins for Aubin-Mercier have come by submission, Joe. 5 by rear naked choke in the first round. And he's staying, as you heard from the corner, heavy on David Machad early.
Staying right on the back. Not rushing anything, though. Doing it very well. Controlling the position. There he decided to, he almost took the back and said, you know what? Not yet.
Not yet. Aubin-Mercier trains at TriStar, of course, home with George St. Pierre, Rasa Hobby, Rory McDonald, and the crew. Also with Richard Ho at H2O MMA here in Montreal.
That was an educated decision, Mike, because if he just jumped on the back there, he might have got shaken off or wound up on the bottom. He decided it wasn't quite right. And now, working towards trying to ankle pick him. Nice knee to the thigh there. Trying to break Machad down, but Machad with that wrestling background, very strong.
A big shot, Joe.
Machad is very good bait. And you see Olivier trying to break it down, trying to break him down with punches.
Very smothering of his opponent, David Machad. Trying to stay strong.
Excellent balance by Machad. I mean, look at that base he's got. But you got to give it to Olivier because he's the one who's controlling his positions. Staying on top of him.
Machad has competed at 170, 185, even 205. And in the corner of Machad, John Crouch.
Right there. When he swings, elbow cuts back.
David Machad Sr. also in his son's corner, like
go,
always
guys,
here
work.
tonight.
2 minutes to go.
Olivier has nice knees to the thigh.
2 minutes.
Doesn't lose balance while he's throwing them. Now he's trying to spin and take the back. Got to make sure that David doesn't line up on top of him, though. Good positioning by Olivier. And now he finally gets the back.
This could be bad, and it could be early. As we mentioned, a lot of first-round finishes for Olivier Aubin-Mercier.
Well, Machad does have some good submission defense, but Olivier, with full background now, trying to work the body triangle, doesn't have it totally locked up. Wants to put that right foot under his left knee. Now he's got that.
And on the good side.
Yes. What Mike means by the good side is the side above, with one hip down, one hip up. You want to make sure the triangle is always connected to the upside, so there's no pressure on the joint. You really squeeze down on the abdomen of your opponent. So Olivier right now trying to soften him up, but he worked very hard to get to this position with only a minute to go. He's got to make something happen from here. Clearly he won this round up to now. Clearly he's in a better position. He wants to try to finish this fight.
Yep. 5 of the 6 wins by the rear naked
What's the
choke.
finger?
45 seconds.
He's covering Machad's windpipe, covering his mouth, covering his nose.
And lock it in. A lot of hand fighting here. There it is. And he's out. Nice job, David Machad. For now, he's safe.
He's out, but he goes right into the other side. Machad's doing a good job of tucking his chin.
And that body triangle's tight, too, isn't it?
It's a nasty place to be, too, because it's very hard to breathe. It tightens down your organs. It's very uncomfortable. And the worst is if you wind up belly down. The guy's got your back and your belly down with that body triangle on. It's really nasty. And some guys have even tapped to it.
The Ivan Salivary, we've said it many times. Yes, indeed. Good first round for Aubin-Mercier.
Deep breath. Do me a favor. Take 2 big deep breaths. Hey, so we endured his best that round. We let him do what he wanted that round. Let's do what we want to do this round. Don't let him lock his hands. Do you hear me? I want you to wrestle harder at the beginning, and I want you to get your hands started at the beginning. Use your jab. Let's use the shovel jab underneath his southpaw lead because he's reaching. Either use the shovel jab or come over the top and then circle out. You got me, Coach?
Nice and deep, buddy. Nice and deep.
squat down, off your movement, off your rhythm, okay? Off your movement, then we get the rhythm. We start, baby, okay? Let's go.
That's his best round. Now we take this fight from here. You hear me?
Don't walk into a shot on him, guys. Don't let him shoot. You start, baby.
Wednesday on The Ultimate Fighter, after a devastating loss, the coach's view boils over and the house erupts. But when the fighters hit the cage, one big mistake will cost the team everything. Don't miss another episode of The Ultimate Fighter, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Pacific, only on Fox Sports 1. John Crouch said, we let him fight his round, we let him fight his fight in the first 5, now let's fight our fight. And the shot comes out striking.
And he's got to keep Olivier from getting a hold of him and dragging him to the ground again. Very important. He realizes now clearly Olivier is the better grappler when it comes to submissions. He did a fantastic job of controlling David, took it back, held it there.
And watch for what head trainer John Crouch called the shovel jab from Mashad. Big kick from Oben Mercier.
Oben Mercier's got a really good right jab from that southpaw stance and loves to throw that left high kick as well.
He said it got really difficult for him to have fun in the last 2 fights in the UFC. He felt the pressure, Joe, and he talked about it. He said tonight he wanted to have some fun, get back to being loose and showcasing his skills. Big first round for Oben Mercier.
Now, because of Oben Mercier's excellent ground game, you're not going to see a lot of kicks out of the shot. He's going to kind of stick to his boxing, and that's opening up the kicks for Olivier. He's still bottom. Allows him to stay at that distance, be outside the range of the punches, but able to land shots like that.
The southpaw, that right hand, good right hand connecting for the shot.
The days of guys that can get by with only boxing and no kicks are numbered. There's very few of those guys left. And as the evolution of this sport continues, it's going to be harder and harder for them to fight at elite levels without having a full arsenal of skills.
Deep uppercut, good right hand for Oben Mercier. Nice counter. Carries that lead hand low.
Well, he's a bit stiff with his hands. Yeah. I mean, you see it right there.
Oh, he got tagged!
He got tagged.
Shot by Mashad. The corner right.
Beautiful punch by Mashad. Right as we were talking about how Olivier has stiffness, he's muscling his punches, and they come out like pushes. And it's clearly a sign the guy hasn't been striking that long. Oh, nice high kick.
Mashad eats it, pushes forward.
His kicks are far better than his punches, Mike.
And with those kicks, Joe, he's keeping Mashad way
Stop
out of
waiting
range.
for the kick.
Stop waiting for him. You start, there you go.
Mashad
David,
right
cut the
hand.
ring! Cut the ring! Cut the ring!
To the body, in trouble. Look at the finish, he's there. Mashad trying to work his way back
That shot to
now.
the body.
Wow, he went down, Joe. Olivier jumped all over him, but now he's actually defending himself again.
Well, I think it was a kick to the solar plexus.
Shut him down for a moment, right?
And it was really at the very end of the kick, the toes of the kick.
That kick to the body. Anthony Pettis style. So
Well,
damaging.
it was really at the very, very end of the kick, too. It's shocking that he went down that way. Oh, nice knee to the body there.
But right after, Joe, you were talking about Oben Mercier's kicks are very, very good.
Yeah, his hard kicks, especially off that left side.
Absolutely. Mashad survives them.
Now, all this grappling also is going to slow his hands down. It's going to make it way harder for him to use his hands, but that's not slowing his legs down.
And he's leading with the legs now. No setup with the hands. He's the last 3 times.
You see, he's trying to throw those punches, but they're pushing. It's just his muscles are filled with blood.
Oben Mercier's had that right hand, the lead uppercut a few times. That's a dangerous way to start a combination. That hand low. Saw him coming.
People have their talents. He tagged again there, David did, but he didn't punch.
There's that lead. Right uppercut from the southpaw.
And again, with that kick to the body. That is an excellent left kick to the body that Olivier throws, and he should throw it as often as possible.
15 seconds.
And he's setting it up with that jab. Even if that jab doesn't land, it allows him to do that.
Sit down. That second round's up for grabs. Listen, you guys just throw your hands. I don't want to see any more fancy kicks, you hear me? When he throws, you come in behind him, I want you to throw 4 punches. How many are you going to throw? 4, not 1, not 2, 4. You're hitting with every freaking shot, and then you let him relax. He is more tired than you, Bulldog. I want to see how much you wanted this round. Coach.
Listen. 3 shots, body, head, up, point will land. But you gotta be 4 punches, 4 sets.
Every time he throws a punch, you back up, counter him off that missed punch. You hear me? Pull back, bang, bang, bang. How many punches? 4. Let's fucking go.
Stay in the 5, move your feet in, okay? Baby.
One of the big strikes of Olivier is that back leg kick, that back left kick. And this is where Mashad caught him with the right hand. And this is the kick. You see, just the toes caught him, the very end, but it caught him in the solar plexus and likely while he was taking a breath, which makes it particularly damaging.
John Crouch said the second round is up for grabs. Both Crouch and Nico Fernandez said they want 4 punches. They want some punches and bunches from the shot if he can start to work from distance. Right now, Aubin Mercier all over him, trying to drag this fight back down to the ground.
That was a great scramble by Aubin Mercier. Really struck to the back of David no matter what was happening. They were spinning and spinning and spinning and stayed on him like glue.
In the corner of Aubin Mercier, you see Faraz Sahabi in the background, also Richard Ho.
Mashad looking up and looking at the referee. I have no idea what he's trying to say. I think he's trying to campaign for a stand-up, which is just not going to happen.
Third round. Aubin Mercier actually made his professional debut right here in this building back in 2011.
Aubin Mercier again looking for that rear naked choke, controlling the back very well. Look how he easily slapped in that body triangle when David tried to roll and turn up on top.
4 victories per 5 by rear naked choke. The other submission was against Jake Lindsay with the inverted triangle performance of the night victory. It's all over! Once again, the win by rear naked choke for the French Canadian.
Really excellent display of grappling by Olivier. Stuck in like glue in that transition. As soon as he got a hold of it, would not let go. David did his best to try to get out of that position. But Olivier Aubin Mercier gets the victory by rear naked choke. Took him to the third, but he went to his signature move.
Take a look at our move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you can get unlimited data talk and text on the nationwide T-Mobile network for just $30 period.
Held onto the back with that body triangle, and David fought it off as far as he could, but you see he went palm to palm on this and had a real good squeeze, tightened it down, body triangle. Excellent jiu-jitsu by Olivier Aubin Mercier.
And as always, fans, we want you to tell us what you think will be the best move of the night. Tweet and let us know at #MetroMove, and tune into the Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 post-fight show after our pay-per-view for the winning move. The official decision of our lightweight fight is coming up next, right here live from Montreal. Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 prelims from Montreal, Quebec, Canada are sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. The perfect finish for Olivier Aubin Mercier. Here is Bruce Buffer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 24 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Olivier Aubin Mercier.
I'm here with the winner, Olivier Aubin Mercier. First of all, congratulations on a beautiful submission victory. He was a very tough guy. You had to really fight for it.
Oh yeah, it was really tough since the beginning. I felt the power, especially in the second round. He dropped me actually. And well, that was a good fight. Really good for my career.
You did a great job of staying on the outside, utilizing your kicks, and then when you closed the distance, you were able to stay on top during most of the grappling exchanges. Were you surprised at his defense, though? Because he fought off a lot of submission attempts.
Yeah, well, he's a wrestler, so it was really tough to put him on the ground, so I really had to work. Maybe it looked a little bit boring, but I worked my ass off to take him down.
It wasn't boring at all. Thank you very much. It was a really fun fight.
Merci à tous les Québécois qui sont venus, toutes les marionnettes, tous les Canadiens. Je suis fier de m'être battu devant vous et je suis fier de m'être battu pour vous. Donc merci beaucoup.
What did you say?
I said I'm really proud to fight for them. I'm really proud to fight in front of them.
Congratulations, sir. Olivier Mercier, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and a big smile on the face of both George St. Pierre and Rory McDonald watching their teammate, Olivier Mercier, earn the victory here tonight. Next up, another tri-star lap battle as Chad Laprise fights Brian Barberena. La Belle Provence, and there you see the St. Lawrence River, one of the round of explorers that figured prominently in early Canadian history. Such a beautiful city, one of the best in the world in the octagon here for the 7th time. Later tonight, here's one of the most dominant champions in UFC history, is Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson. And live on pay-per-view, he will look to defend his UFC title for the 6th time.
I want you guys to do a little drill. He's gonna bench press me up. Go ahead. When my weight is balanced, he can push me up. If he pushes me and I feel unbalanced, you're gonna stay down. He's gonna have trouble pushing me up. Why? Because your body doesn't work that way, does it? You can train your body to work that way, but most people don't. Your mind automatically tries to even everything out and balance everything so that you can lift properly. As a coach, of course, I'm happy to have someone like DJ, who is an incredible athlete, who is very mentally strong. You're doing your technique? Yeah. And I push back on you? Now you're gonna be able to go under that. Yeah, go underneath you. He just followed the game plan from the day he walked in the door. 1, 2.
Matt really saw this individual who not only had this unbelievable athletic gift at the left knee, 1, 2, 3 right knee, but also just had this thirst for knowledge that I think is really rare in this sport and what makes DJ such a unique champion. Then you go, yeah, gotcha. And now if I do turn with you quick, you just go, there you go.
Brad Curtin, he's been with me since I made the drop down to 125, and it's awesome to have him because, you know, I only have 2 cooks in the kitchen, and that's Matt and Brad.
Take the shot, 3-2, middle 9.
When I win, my coaches win, you know, Brad and Matt, they sacrifice for me to get better. And so, yeah, it's not just me who's winning the fights, it's everybody at AMC Pick Creation that's winning the fights.
Joe, we've got a lot of Mighty Mouse's fights. He is truly as technically sound as anyone in the world.
I love that training clip because that just shows you why he's so good. That camp that he's with Matt Hume is such a long, deep, and rich experience in this sport. He just knows so much, and he imparts it on his greatest student, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. I think he's the most technically sound fighter in MMA today. I think he does everything perfect. And it's always a pleasure to watch him fight. I'm really curious to see how this fight plays out tonight because Horiguchi has such a unique style. I'm really curious to see what the game plan will be to handle that blitz attack. And if you look at his numbers, I mean, highest striking accuracy in flyweight history, 57%. That's pretty incredible. 25 takedowns, most in flyweight history, and 275 significant clinch strikes. I mean, he's such a technical marvel when you watch this guy perform.
Later tonight, our main event, Demetrius Johnson, Kyoji Horiguchi for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Ultimate Fighter Nations winner Chad Laprise gets a home game in Montreal tonight against Brian Barberena, the visitor who has the skill and will to spoil this homecoming. Fresh from an impressive win over Joe Ellenberger in his UFC debut, Brian Barberena returns to the octagon to put his 7-fight win streak on the line against Montrealer Chad Laprise. A versatile southpaw who has finished all but one of his pro wins. Barberena will be searching for a similar emphatic result against the Ultimate Fighter Nations winner Laprise, whose unbeaten professional record includes UFC victories over Olivier Mercier and Yo's Danny Cedeno. Coming up next, Brian Barberena faces Chad, the disciple Laprise. Tail of the tape for this lightweight fight is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. The Canadian, 3 years the elder of the American. Barberena, 2 inches taller, he will have a 2-inch reach advantage. With the official introductions, once again, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker, holding a professional record, 10 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, USA, Brian Bam Bam Barberena. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker, holding undefeated record, 10 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, presenting the Tough Nations welterweight winner, Chad, the disciple the action begins. Our charge, Philippe Chartier.
Philippe Chartier, Quebec's own. Our referee, Mariani Brittany. Great to be here in the home of the Montreal Canadiens.
You ready?
The Freeze and Barbarena. And here we go. Yellow trunks for the lab. And Leadville, Arizona's Brian Barbarena, the southpaw. The Freeze, the Tough Nations winners we talked about in the black trunks.
Barbarena attacking that front leg of Laprise right away with an inside leg kick and then an outside one.
Both men trying to set a quick pace early. Back-to-back battles at the lab and TriStar.
Oh! Beautiful head kick.
Barbarena, certainly he got his attention with that one. Inside leg kick by Chad Laprise.
Yeah, that was a very sneaky kick. He didn't see that coming at all.
Laprise, 10-0. All of his professional fights have been here in Canada. Never been outside of Canada.
Strong inside leg kick by Laprise.
Barbarena pushes forward. California native, training in suburban Phoenix.
Oh, and again, strong high kick. He blocked that, Mike, but that hurts. Even blocking it like that, catching it on the forearm, having your hand slam into your head like that.
And now he's thinking about it, Joe, because he's thrown it twice already.
He certainly is. It's a dangerous technique. And he knows there's some pop on it. Laprise, very strong striking. And not strong as far as not putting a lot of emphasis or power into it, just strong technique. Good counter right there by Laprise as well.
Now, Laprise said a lot of people underestimate Brian Barbarena. I don't. He's a tall guy, rangy southpaw. Nice combination by Laprise. Outstanding. Barbarena says, regardless of who I fight, I will test their heart. Known for his durability. Almost look for that lead elbow. Laprise made the move to train full-time here in Montreal at TriStar about a year ago. His win with Team Canada on the Tough Nations, coached by Patrick Cote, who is set to fight here tonight.
Nice counter leg kick by Laprise after blocking the high kick of Barbarena. Seems to be a step faster than Barbarena.
Good footwork from Laprise too, Joe. Trying to change angles constantly. Just past the midway point around one.
Oh! Nice spinning back kick to the body.
Big connection.
Barbarena's covering up. He's just toughing it out, but I guarantee you that hurt. That right hand is now very low.
Two head kicks, Joe, and then that spin.
Oh, there's again, he goes up high.
And again.
A nice jab behind it.
And
mixing it up very well.
That big kick did really do damage to the core. Barbarena, he's getting picked apart.
Barbarena's body is still hurt. He's still keeping that right arm low, protecting his body.
Look at that. The freeze looks very, very good.
Very smooth, very technical.
And as he said, fighting 15 minutes from his hold.
He caught that one in the body. Again, he got with that spin and raised him this time. Nice jab. Barbarena's getting lit up.
Yeah, Laprise known to be relentless bell to bell. That's how his fights with Robert Mercier and Yosteni Cedeno were. Yosteni Cedeno was the 155 fight in Halifax.
Nice leg kick.
He's throwing that right head kick, Joe, 5, 6, maybe even 7 times. Connected with his spinning back kick to the rib cage of his opponent.
His movement is very good, Mike. You know, and that's what we're seeing from these young, up-and-coming guys now. You don't see that flat-footed, standing in front of you style. It's very rare now. You just can't get away with it. The level's just too high.
Smart feet, smart fighter. That said, Barbarena's still right in this. Proud member of the lab in Leadville, Arizona. He has a great family environment where he trains. Same to be said for TriStar. Really good start, Joe, for the Tough Nations welterweight winner.
He's not loading up on anything he throws either.
Look at example right there.
Beautiful job countering.
No, it's nothing. It's good. It's barely even there. Hey, listen. Near southpaw, he's aiming for that left kick. He's beating us up with it because you're just standing there taking it. So I need you to move the other way. Okay? And then when you switch to your right hand stance, just throw. The other thing is he's beating us. When you throw your hook, he's pulling back and beating us there. So I want you to feint your hook first. You understand me? Yes, sir. Feint the hook.
Sell it. Sell it, right? Sell it and come up the front, okay? Let's
Hey, gotta be more aggressive. You let him take the pace in there. He's pushing you back, that's when those kicks are happening. I like you in the clinch, let's get there if we can. So he's going up that hook, watch the pull back. Got that?
Here's that excellent high kick from Chad Lepre. Blocked a couple of times, but he's throwing a lot of them. He's throwing real technical strikes and excellent footwork as well. Nice check right there. Real subtle, small movement.
Yeah, very, very good start. And again, very good start for Chad Lepre's. John Crouch said to Brian Barberena, you can't just stand there and take those head kicks. Move the other way, go to your right-hand stance, and let's do some damage. So let's see if he does switch to orthodox. Of course, Barberena in the yellow trunks.
I think Barberena's at a footwork disadvantage and a speed disadvantage. And he's got to figure out a way to turn this into a dogfight. Because in a technical match like he's doing right now, he's getting outstruck. He's getting out-moved. He's getting out-technique. Like right there. Perfect example. The way he cut that angle and countered the movement, and the fact that Barberena was there to be countered.
Barberena, a lot of heart, a lot of toughness. Lepre's talked about it. But technically, Chad Lepre is very superior thus far in this matchup.
Thus far. And again, Barberena can turn this into a fight, but it's not going to be like this. He's going to have to bulldog him. He's going to have to get a hold of him. He's going to have to try to work him up against the cage or turn this into like a wild scrap where he can catch him with something. Because here, he's letting Lepre time him, move around him, and then bait him into attacking and then countering.
Barberena. There it is, the switch of the stance, Joe, to orthodox. Something John Crouch talked about when we were commercial. And now he switches back. Nice team. Let's keep an eye for that. Crouch also talked about how Barberena can be very effective in the clinch, but this one hasn't even gotten close to that type of contest yet. And that's because of the superior footwork of Lepre's. 2 minutes into the second.
Well, Barberena's got to jam him up. Well, now they're in a clinch. Let's see if he can do something from here.
Nico Fernandez, John Crouch in front of Barberena.
Barberena trying to knee there on the break. There's a nice leg kick on the outside. There's another nice leg kick. Very nice by Barberena.
How about Benson Henderson there? Of course, the leader of the lab in Glendale, Arizona. Efrain Escudero, coach on the Ultimate Fighter. Also a proud member of that team. Joe Riggs is going to fight here later tonight.
Barberena's getting a little momentum here, Mike. Landed some good leg kicks.
And he is
couple good
switching
punches.
that stance, Joe, like John Crouch talked about.
There's a nice right hand over the top that way. There's a clinch once more. Barberena trying for a trip. Not able to get a nice elbow by Lepre.
Good shot on the exit. Big deep breath from Barberena. Hunting down a bit, hit him in a corner.
Well, he's got to take advantage of the fact that Lepre has slowed down his attack.
Under with the counter, good knee. Spin again.
Yeah, Barberena saw that one coming and stepped back a bit.
We haven't seen that head kick here in the second.
Well, Lepre has most certainly slowed down his output here in the second round, perhaps pacing himself for the third round and aware now that Barberena is going to be here. Barberena is tough as nails.
And that's something that I mentioned Chad said in some of the pre-fight interviews, Joe. He knew he was in for a big battle here tonight.
Well, these kind of exchanges are good for Barberena. That's what he needs. This constant pressure he's putting on Lepre. There's a nice leg kick by Barberena.
Under a minute now, up the middle.
He just doesn't want to give Lepre time to get comfortable. Stay on him like this, and I think he has a much better shot. There's a nice kick to the body there, partially blocked by Lepre. He's doing much better in the second round, and it's because of this. It's constant pressure, and because Lepre is just slowing down a bit.
Joe, you said it perfectly. Doesn't want him to get comfortable, and that's what his corner said. Don't let him relax.
Yeah, Mad Dog, get on top of him.
Let's set the frenetic pace we're known for. Good second round for Barberena.
He's got that whole Nick Diaz arms out to the side move going on and everything.
Good knee. The clinch, final seconds.
Good round for Barberena.
Yeah.
Barberena definitely got some momentum back in the second round.
Woo! Sit. You're going to take your water and you drink it when you want. Hold out your hand.
Deep breath, inhale nose, exhale.
Slow.
Now we get warmed up.
Finally, Now listen, he's not doing anything with his kicks when you push forward. Do you hear me? Push forward. Keep doing your thing. I want you to straighten out your tube. You did better when he counters your hook that time. Coach.
Keep using your bad out, Manny, okay?
Hey.
Elbows in tight, step between your hands. Give me the 45.
Hey, you're good. You're doing good. Just push forward.
Brian, you're breaking this kid. For about 5 minutes, you got this kid broke. He's slowing way down. Did you see it?
Your hook a little tighter. You know he's coming with his hook. Okay? Grab the stool for me.
Fox Sports 1, UFC 186 prelims are sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Third and final round.
And things definitely got more interesting in that second round for Barberina. More pressure, more success, and it seems like Laprise is slowing down a bit. Laprise looked outstanding in that first round. Let's see what he's got left in the tank in his third, because he might be pacing himself.
Yeah, Brian Barberina, much better in the second. His corner said, and I quote, "You are breaking this kid down. Keep pressuring him."
Well, Barberina managed to turn into much more of a dogfight, and that's where he excels. Very tough kid. He's got an excellent chin. And he's very aggressive in the clinch, like you just saw right there. Those are good strikes. Laprise didn't like it, got out of there. And he's trying to make it a technical fight from the outside, utilizing his footwork. Barberina wants to just keep constant pressure on him. And when Laprise moves at him, jam him up, instigate that clinch, work that dirty boxing. For Laprise, he's got to get back to that rhythm that he had in that first round. The first round, he looked outstanding. Clean, technical striking. There's a nice jab.
Nice jab.
Good footwork.
Little blood show coming down the left side of the face of Barberina.
There's another nice jab by Laprise. Laprise has got to get Barberina to respect his striking again. Really think about those counters that he lands.
The clinch.
And this is what Barberina wants. More of this, more of that. Beautiful job.
Great control.
This is big. This is big. If Barberina can hold him here, soften him up, wear him down, and Laprise recognizes it. He doesn't want it.
And Barberina gives him no room at all.
Nothing. But look, Laprise now has Barberina turned up against the cage. Barberina turns it around.
Laprise just took a look at the clock.
He certainly did. This is Barberina's kind of fight. This is where he excels.
Which this early in the round, Joe, may be a sign that he is fatiguing, as you talked about.
I think he is. I mean, there's no other reason why he would slow down so much in the second, especially after Barberina is having success.
Came out with a really good pace.
You got to be in some serious shape to do that Dominic Cruz style footwork. And it obviously doesn't really resemble the amount of switching and moving that Dominic does, but you want to have a lot of footwork. You're bouncing around a lot. You're moving around a lot. That's energy.
Absolutely 100%.
It's way easier to stand there flat-footed.
And the old weather, the storm, the early storm for Barberina. Pushing forward here.
Good shots
point
by
of the third and
Barberina.
final round.
And big, deep breath by Laprise.
Barberina is the bigger lightweight in this fight. Taller, longer. A pivotal round 3. In this second Lab versus TriStar matchup.
Well, these really tough fights like this are so important for young fighters' learning and development. They have to experience this, and this is going to be something without a doubt that Chad Laprise and Brian Barberina will think about when they're in the gym and they're tired. When they're tired and they're thinking about resting, they're going to think about these moments, these pivotal moments in fights where your endurance, your conditioning, and your mental fortitude comes into play. You've seen a little bleeding on Chad Laprise. It looks like he's got a cut on the top of his head somewhere.
90 seconds, back to the clinch.
Good short.
90 seconds, Shotty.
Short elbows. Look at Barberina taunting Laprise.
Side of the head of Chad Laprise.
Forward, Shotty, forward.
No respect, Shaddy. Come on, back him up, back him up.
That's Kurash. Represents Team Sickle Club here in Canada.
Yeah, Brian cut him with something. It's hard to see what it was. Possibly an elbow. But Barberina definitely having more success in the second and third than he did in the first.
Absolutely. And it's the constant pressure that Barberina has put on his opponent. The big size difference.
And he's getting amped up.
Yep.
A shot like that, they do score. Even though that didn't hurt him, that spinning kick.
And you go back, Joe, to what I mentioned that Brian said about every fight he's in. He said, I will test my opponent's heart. And that's exactly what he's done.
He certainly will. I mean, this is his style. This is what he excels at. He excels at dogfights, and this is a dogfight. Laprise wanted a technical striking match, and Brian Barberina dragged him into a dogfight.
And keep in mind, Chad Laprise has never been defeated in his pro career. Nice quick spinning back fist there. 10 seconds. They're going to fight to the finish. And he did with the spin.
Missed both of them. Excellent fight.
What a fight. Well done. Barberina and Laprise. A big decision is coming up next. fight goes the distance. Barberena, Laprise, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Chad the Laprise.
Chad Laprise remains unbeaten as a professional. Move of the night, sponsored by Metro PCS. Our move of fight, where you can get unlimited data, talk, and text on the nationwide T-Mobile network for just $30 period.
And here you see Laprise with a really nice counter hook, sliding just out of the way of Barberena's punches. And there's a nice high kick by Laprise. And this is spinning back kick. He attempted to face it, missed.
And he's now 11-0 in his professional career. Harley Davidson wants to send you to the Ultimate Fighter finale. Enter for a chance to walk out with a fighter and win your own one-of-a-kind Harley Davidson Street 750 motorcycle. Plus, weekly prize packages from Harley Davidson. Enter at foxsports.com/tough-sweepstakes. Cannot wait. They are set to meet again for the 3rd time. It will be Ontario's Alexis Davis against British Columbia's Sarah Kaufman. That fight when we return right here on Fox Sports 1.
That gold belt is around my waist. And my mother has a big mansion. My girlfriend has a different car for every day of the week. And my kids have everything they ever want. And I'm happy I lost my mind. Yeah? I'll die a crazy old man.
Tomorrow night, it's the premiere of The Notorious, a new 6-part series following the unprecedented rise of outspoken and dynamic UFC featherweight star Conor McGregor. Catch the first episode tomorrow night and brand new episodes all week at 12:30 a.m. Eastern only on Fox Sports 1. The battles continue here in Montreal. In fact, the rivalry continues between Canadian standout Sarah Kaufman and Alexis Davis, who when they met in 2012, that fight was considered one of the best in women's MMA history. Ontario's Alexis Davis plans on making the 3rd time a charm tonight when she faces fellow women's bantamweight contender Sarah Kaufman in an all-Canadian clash here at Bell Center. A former Strikeforce champion, British Columbia's Kaufman holds 2007 and 2012 victories over former world title challenger Davis. But with the latter bout widely considered to be one of the best fights in women's mixed martial arts history, anticipation is at an all-time high to see these two 135-pound stars battle it out once more. Coming up next, Alexis Davis squares off against Sarah Kaufman. Our tale of the tape for this women's bantamweight fight is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. These two fighters know each other very well. 30-year-old Davis, 29-year-old Kaufman are set to battle for the 3rd time with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 17 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, she is the former Strikeforce bantamweight champion and the 5th-ranked bantamweight fighter in the world, Sarah Kaufman. And now to your opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 6 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, USA, by way of Port Colborne, Ontario, Canada, presenting the 3rd-ranked bantamweight fighter in the world, Alexis Davis. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jaron Bellel.
Jaron Bellel, our referee for this bantamweight fight. The beautiful Brittany, lovely Ariani. Mike over Joe Rogan, great to be here in Montreal. Davis, Kaufman, fight again. Sarah Kaufman, 2-0 lifetime against Alexis Davis. She's in the gray trunks, white top, black for Sarah Kaufman. Kaufman, born and raised in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Davis has trained outside of Canada, born in Niagara Falls, Ontario.
These women know each other very well now, having faced each other twice. Nice jab by Davis.
The first fight, for Davis at least, Joe, was her professional debut in 2007 in Winnipeg. Kaufman with a TKO finish in the third in that one. The second, which has been talked about quite often, one of the best fights ever in women's MMA, was in Columbus in the Strikeforce majority decision back in 2012.
Yeah, that was a very close fight, and an excellent one. And Kaufman getting off some good right hands. There's another one over the top. Another.
Kaufman, the first ever Strikeforce women's bantamweight champion. Eventually, Marlos Kunin took it over, and then Kaufman did fight Ronda in Strikeforce, Joe.
Yep, she was armbarred in the first round.
Yep.
Both women finished in the first round by the champ. Nice jab there by Kaufman.
Already some damage to the face of Alexis Davis. First fight in Canada since her UFC debut against Rosie Sexton. For Davis, they work in the clinch. Dirty boxing.
Kaufman has landed some really nice combinations in stand-up, like the right and the left over the top. And Davis working really hard here in the clinch, looking for the takedown.
Kaufman not only in Victoria, her home, she's also trained in Albuquerque, New Mexico with Greg Jackson, Mike Winklejohn and that great team.
Good job by Kaufman getting out of that clinch with Davis.
17-2, Sarah Kaufman.
Good leg kick there by Davis.
Up the middle.
Davis has already got a lot of swelling on that left eye, Mike, under the eye from some of those right hands by Sarah Kaufman, and Sarah is targeting that eye.
Sarah been away about a year, Davis 9 months, but a familiar matchup here in Montreal.
Stiff jab by Kaufman.
Yeah.
Very, very impressed with her hands so far.
Really keeping Davis off balance. Kaufman, perfect hand position. And again, she's finishing these exchanges, Joe, with multiple punches.
She certainly is, and Davis seems a little bit perplexed as to what to do to deal with it. She just keeps plodding forward, hoping that things get better for her, but Kaufman is really teeing off nicely with good counters whenever Davis moves into her direction.
Davis's last fight was the one against Ronda Rousey back in July.
Good job by Kaufman here controlling the clinch, and Davis got a good Muay Thai clinch here now. Gets a knee off. Needs more than that, though. Switches to a lower grip.
Both women good grapplers. Kaufman a brown belt, Davis a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Davis a Cesar Gracie product. And Kyle Terrell.
She drops down again, looking for the single. Sarah's defending well. Good job. And a good knee to the body as well.
Final minute of round number 1. A little head fighting going on here. Kaufman with a knee.
Good short elbow there by Kaufman as well.
Sarah really turning it into a dogfight a couple of times here in the first, and it has definitely worked to her advantage. Corner teller, sit down on your punches. Throw that punch from the bottom of your feet. Use your body, turn the hips. Again, punches and bunches from Kaufman.
Straight clean.
Sarah. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Take this. Deep breath. That right hand's landing constantly.
A lot of kicks, you know you're gonna catch. Good. All right, listen. When you get up against the cage, get your hips in, right? And then you go for the trip. You can go for the knee tip, but we got to get our hips in. We got to get closer to her when you go for the takedown. Okay, switch it around. Listen, your timing on the body kick isn't happening for me. You're not throwing it. Every time you throw something, she backs away. Just let it go. Circle to your right. She's catching you with that right hand because you're circling into it. Hands up, circle angle. Look at Flavio.
Let's go. Keep it up, Sarah.
Good first round for Sarah Kaufman. Firanza Hobby in her corner tonight. Of course, our prelims sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. But round 2. Davis looking to make some adjustments, pressure her opponent more. And the combination finished with a kick early.
Davis' corner wanting to get her to use that left kick, use that right kick to the body, saying she's not getting that off enough. And they also want to make sure that she circles to her right and avoids the right hand of Sarah Kaufman, which is what has been swelling her left eye. There's a nice right hand by Davis. There's that kick to the body that they wanted.
You want to talk about how truly talented Sarah Kaufman is. Only setbacks, Rousey and Laurel's Kunis. And she looks to get another opportunity to fight Ronda Rousey for a title, this one in the UFC. Good work with the hand.
Nice right hand over the top by Kaufman.
Davis up the middle.
Good, go!
Kaufman trying to catch that leg and throw that straight right.
Left body
corner
kick.
of Alexis Davis.
Alexis Davis is listening to her corner though, Mike. You notice he is moving to her right now. But still, Kaufman landed that right hand again there.
Straight down. I want you to get it knocked down. Come with me now. You know what you want, Alexis.
Look at that body kick you get in the corner.
There it
There it is. Well done.
Top.
She's certainly, as you said, Joe, taking instruction very well. Much closer rounds.
Yeah, she's moving away from the punches. She's doing exactly the corner now. She got tagged there though.
Circle. Move away and then come back across with a kick. Into the round. Davis trying to really get the momentum here in round number 2.
Interesting how that one adjustment that's moving to her right. Oh, beautiful takedown. Into full mount for Alexis Davis. Gorgeous capitalizing on that.
Trying to lock it in.
And looking for a mounted triangle here. Really capitalized on that nicely. She may have the triangle. She's got to adjust it. She's got to pin it down. She's almost got it. Not quite. It's got to go, the back of the ankle, rather, the back of the knee has to touch where the ankle meets the foot. She's got it locked in, Mike.
Remember, Kaufman 2-0 in this battle. Tonight, the third matchup. Davis looking to finish it, but she's eating some punches.
Yeah, she doesn't have the lock anymore. She doesn't have the ankle attached to the back of the foot anymore. She switches to the elbow. She's got it. She did it. She's got it. She's tapping. She's tapping. She's tapping underneath. The referee didn't see it.
It's all over.
Nice.
Well done, Alexis Davis.
Very nicely done. And she was tapping for quite a while before they stopped that fight. There was a couple of seconds. But the referee didn't see it. It was a bad angle for him. But she was moving her hand up and down. She should have probably made a vertical tap. She didn't know that he was in position.
Joe, take a look at it. Our move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you can get unlimited data, talk, and text on the nationwide T-Mobile network for just $30 period.
And here's the finish, but really all this came from the takedown straight in the mount. That is a beautiful armbar there. You can't see the tap from this position. If we look at the other camera angle, perhaps we can see her. She's just basically moving her fingers. Watch it. Here's the camera angle. We can see it. She hits it, bam, flattens her out. Now you look at Sarah Kaufman's fingers. See, she's tapping right there. She's tapping. There's not a lot of tap going on there, but that's a tap. He's on the wrong side. The referee screwed up. That's his fault.
As always, fans, what do you think will be the best move of the night? Tweet and let us know at #MetroMove. And tune into the Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 post-fight show after the pay-per-view for the winning move. A little revenge as she avenges two defeats here tonight in Montreal. The first fight, Kaufman. The second, very close. The third, Davis by submission. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jaron Bilal has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 52 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Alexis Davis.
Another good battle between these veterans. Here's Joe.
I'm here with the winner, Alexis Davis. Third time's a charm for your fights with Sarah Kaufman. And you made some great adjustments at the beginning of the second round. You listened to your corner, and it really nullified a lot of her offense.
Yeah, you know, that was a different Sarah Kaufman that I thought would come out. She came out very strong and using a lot more tools than I thought she was going to, but I told myself this time I was going to stay calm and kind of not rush in like I usually do.
Well, once you had your opening, let's take a look at what you were able to accomplish. You threw her, got to the ground, got full mount, attacked with a triangle, and then transitioned to this armbar here. She just flattened out. The referee was on the wrong side. He wasn't seeing her tapping, and we were calling it, but did she verbally tap as well?
You know what? I didn't hear her till I verbally heard her say, you know, she was in a little bit of pain. But you know, you're in the fight. I feel bad. I didn't feel the tapping, and the ref didn't see. But she's tough. I didn't want to stop.
Well, it was a beautiful transition. You got it. You got the victory. Congratulations. How good does this feel?
It feels awesome. I just want to thank all my training partners, everybody who came out and pushed me, everybody over at CSA, Kyle and Flavio, as long as, the guys over at Functional, especially the guys at Alpha Man who've been helping with my wrestling.
Congratulations. Alexis Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
What a great battle. Sarah Kaufman, Alexis Davis competing in the Octagon. And this June, the Women's World Cup soccer team. The World Cup begins and the U.S. team has a score to settle.
Last time was supposed to be our time. We fought. We battled. And we came back from the brink. And then we've been waiting 4 years for another chance. And our wait is over.
Just like our female fighters, the Women's World Cup team, they bring it. Can't wait to see that on the Fox networks. The list of Hall of Fame caliber Japanese mixed martial artists is long and distinguished, yet not one Japanese fighter has ever worn a UFC belt. Well, Ryoji Horiguchi plans on changing that tonight.
で高校行った時にプライドとか流行ってて、やっぱり山本キッドさんに憧れて、試合はもうほとんど残ってますね。やっぱ全部ワンパンで倒してるんで、すごい憧れました。
Horiguchi joined Yamamoto's famed Crazy Bee Gym in Japan and began learning under his idol, who quickly became a friend and mentor.
Crazy Bee でナンバーワンプレイボーイのキッド選手です。どうも、キッドです。で、あとはそのコンビネーションだったり、技の混ぜ方、あとは精神的にもいつでも余裕を持ってやる、そういう風に教わってます。堀口選手はもう本当寝技も強いし、総合的に今一番上がってきてる。もう絶対ベルトを取る。UFC のベルトはもう絶対取る。でそこから何年防衛するか楽しみ。
Horiguchi predicts a knockout, and the stats will tell you why.
That is his style. He throws everything for the home run. Every punch, every kick has knockout on it. He's not a technical striker. He doesn't throw a lot of half-speed shots. Everything he throws has all of his might into it. The real question is, can he land any of those shots on Demetrius Leggett Johnson, and can he do that for 5 rounds against a world-class fighter who's constantly moving and attacking him? It's going to be really interesting to see. I don't think there's anybody in MMA that fights the way Horiguchi fights. That jumping in, jumping out style, wide stance is very similar to Kid Yamamoto, his trainer.
He certainly is a threat to what has been a perfect flyweight career for Demetrius Johnson. UFC 186, live on pay-per-view, 10 in the East, 7 in the West, from right here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And don't forget, the return of Rampage. Joe Riggs and Patrick Cote have practically done it all over the course of their impressive careers. But the one thing they haven't done is face each other yet. Well, that's going to be rectified tonight. Two veteran UFC competitors that never got to meet years ago, Joe Riggs and Patrick Cote, are now in the same weight class, clearing the way for them to finally square off in the Octagon. Winner of 6 of his last 7 bouts, Riggs saw a freak injury in his UFC comeback fight against Ben Saunders. But he gets a second shot to have his hand raised when he battles one of Quebec's finest. 2-1 since his move to welterweight. Cote's looked sharp in his wins over Bobby Volker and Kyle No. And with victories in his last 3 Montreal fights, he will undoubtedly have the crowd on his side tonight. Coming up next, Joe Diesel Riggs battles Patrick the Predator Cote. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight is sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. The French-Canadian, 3 years the elder of Joe Diesel Riggs. Everything else is virtually identical. Once again, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 40 wins, 15 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, USA, presenting the former Strikeforce interim welterweight champion and the former WEC middleweight champion, Joe Diesel Riggs. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a boxer and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 21 wins, 9 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Patrick the Predator Cocaine! And in the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, our referee, for this battle of battle-tested veterans. 57th career fight for Riggs. Cote, 15-1 here in Canada.
You ready? You ready? Come on, let's do it.
And here we go! Yellow trunks for Cote, white trunks for the southpaw, Joe Riggs. Tons of mutual respect between these two mixed martial artists.
Joe Riggs is very technically skilled, Mike, both in submissions and in stand-up. For him, it's just about putting it together in big fights.
A chant of Cote here in Montreal. Both men made their UFC debut in 2004. Riggs trying to get a hook in.
Beautiful 1-2, duck under, and then takedown here. Joe Riggs has the back, and that's what I was talking about. You see the skill level of Joe Riggs. Very technical.
Both men brown belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Riggs only with 7 career wins by submission, 29 by knockout.
Patrick shaking off that hook, but Riggs staying on his back. With only one hook in here, he's going to wind up on the bottom, and he does. Patrick on top of him. This is not what Riggs thinks the finish now. Definitely not what Riggs wanted to be.
Cote with some good ground power. Those are big punches. And the body. Looking for a finish here quickly.
Good hard shots from Cote.
Patrick's last win by TKO in the UFC, January of 2008. He wants a highlight reel finish here tonight.
Look at this. Cote looking to take Riggs down. You got to be careful. Riggs is going to hit that switch. If he does, see the left hand of Riggs as he sticks it in between the side of the body and the leg.
Cote, winner of 7 of his last 9 fights, including the Battle of Coaches on Tough Nations. Riggs defeated Carl Noak up in Quebec City, where Patrick was born in Rimouski.
Riggs speeds back up against the cage. He'll try to get back up to his feet if he thinks he has the opportunity.
We're taking the head tucked. Body into the head. They love the Predator here.
Cote trying to step over here into mount possibly. And Riggs is going to attempt to get back up to his feet. He's got to look out for those knees. Knees to the body, legal from here. Knees to the face, not legal. He's got to really time his move. While he's got that knee down, Cote can't knee in the face. As soon as that knee comes up, it's legal. And it's up. He turns, faces Cote. Now he's going to try to spin out here. Cote immediately drops down, wants to drag him to the ground again, and does. Nicely done by Cote.
And Patrick has certainly reinvigorated his career with the move to 170, his diet, the way he approaches training. Totally different fighter than the one we saw earlier, and that one was pretty durable and dangerous too.
Well, he's also matured.
Yes.
He's older, he's smarter, he's got more technique, he's got more information as far as mixed martial arts. He's accumulated. He's just a better fighter. And a nice takedown. And here's one of the reasons why we're seeing he's constantly working on his game. We're seeing more grappling tonight, more wrestling, and he's doing so nice pass there. He's a really talented guy, Joe Riggs.
He's wrestled with the Canadian national team before. He's worked his jiu-jitsu for years.
He's looking for the outside here.
Holanda. And striking with many, including Mike Pellegrati, Team Super Club in Boston.
He's looking for the Kimura now, and this is the same way that Matt Hughes tapped him. The exact same way Matt tapped Diesel Riggs. From inside the half guard, worked the Kimura. And I'm sure Cote knows it. Riggs is in trouble.
Definitely working it, Joe.
He lost it. Look at this. Riggs is trying to hit the arm triangle from the bottom, but he's on the wrong side. If he was on the other, if the half guard was on the other side, he could scoot his hips out and get leverage. But with the half guard on that side, it's really not the right place to try to attempt that.
Cote trying to get a submission finish here in the first. Looks like he may run out of time for now. Good scramble by Riggs. Round one of the books.
Awesome.
Okay. Nice, nice. That's it, bro. Hey, awesome round. Lift your feet. Awesome round, bro. Hey. Boots low.
It's good, you got it.
You got him on the front. Stay on top.
Take your time.
Push to half guard like you're doing, you got it. All right? Just keep pushing to half guard and stay on top. You're doing awesome, bro. To the debout, to low sol.
You got him up, you got him on the ground.
There's nothing he has on you right now. Okay? He felt it. All right?
Right now.
Joe,
Stop playing around on the ground.
Hey, you had his ass knocked out. You had his ass knocked out. Let's do it again and stay out of range, okay?
Let's go forward, right?
He does not want to stand up with you. Let's not. Joe, you're too good for this. It's perfect. It's not.
Set for the start of round number 2. Riggs
round 2.
Both these men have been in so many battles in their professional careers. 40 victories for Joe Riggs.
Well, now that Cote took Riggs down several times in that first round, controlled him from the top, landed some good ground and pound, you're going to see Diesel Riggs much more hesitant to grapple with Cote. We're seeing improved grappling from Patrick Cote on display tonight.
Don't forget, after all the action here in Montreal, it's a live Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 post-fight show with Kieran Bryant, Dominic Cruz, Rashad Evans, and Ariel Helwani.
Cote, with a nice right hand. Cote might have been in trouble from that, Mike. It was a very good right hand by Diesel Riggs.
Cote has never been knocked out, but it was close in that fight against Alessio Sakara, which ended up being a DQ from an illegal elbow. Cote with the win, but he rocked him, Joe.
Well, I would say Stephen Thompson probably rocked him even more than that in their last fight, but Cote has an iron jaw.
Yeah.
I mean, he really does.
Never been stopped technically by TJ Markeo.
A lot of that is his will. Nice knee to the body by Riggs. An elbow over the top.
Corner Riggs is happy. John Crouch and the team very busy tonight. The last represented here in Montreal.
Cote controlling the center of the octagon, forcing Riggs up against the cage. Riggs is trying to counter there, trying to lure him in, set a trap.
Cote likes the overhand right too, Joe. Keep an eye out for it. Straight right might be more effective against the southpaw.
Well, Cote in the later stages of his career has been more technical with his striking, and because of that, we're seeing less knockouts. But doesn't mean he doesn't have that power. Absolutely. The power is still there, but he's just found out a more effective way to win. It's like that. Be more technical. The low there, but he's okay. But the way he threw that, not a lot of wind-up, not a lot of force, just technical striking to go along with all the other improvements he's making in his overall MMA game.
The striking of Patrick Cote has always been the trademark Predator style. But unless you evolve in this game, the game just passes you by. Both men able to do that for many years. Midway point of this fight, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Diesel Riggs is just not busy enough on his feet. He hesitates a lot, and he lets Cote dictate the pace.
Misses with the Superman punch. Is that due to the respect of the power of Patrick Cote?
Well, who knows? I mean, it could be a bunch of different factors, but it's one of the reasons why his corner keeps screaming out to be more busy and to stand up and to not grapple with him. They don't want this. They don't want this clinch. They feel like in the stand-up, Diesel is more technical and has more opportunities to counter.
And Cote, both men obviously making 170. Patrick, by the looks of things here, though, seems like the bigger, stronger welterweight.
Well, that's crazy because Diesel at one point in time was like 300 pounds.
295, which I think he was probably 302, but he just didn't want to admit it.
He was a big guy at one point in time, and he's fought at 185 many times in his career, as has Cote.
Cote debuted at 205. The UFC 50 against what was his idol at the time, Tito Ortiz.
And that was the wild Patrick Cote. Yes. Caught Tito with a big right hand, had him rocked, and managed to hang on to the decision.
Riggs debuted 2 months earlier than Cote against Winnipeg's Joe Dirksen. A minute on the clock here in the second. Over the top of the elbow. Riggs. Absence from the UFC.
Well, Riggs has got to know.
Saunders.
He's got to know that he lost that first round. And this second round, he really hasn't done much. That one right hand that he landed, he was successful with, but there hasn't been a lot of success on his part.
30.
So again, like laying back, moving around.
Just missed with that left hand. Cote, good head movement.
He's got to be a bit busier. And Cote is constantly getting pressure.
Patrick takes a look at the clock. 15. Missed on that one. Final seconds of the round.
He knows what you're doing.
Okay, sit. Listen.
Relax. No more shoulder throw. Okay? No more shoulder throw. You get up business. Okay?
Yeah? Put your feet on it. You're good. Okay, listen up, Joe. Hey, you won that round. Hey, in the clinch, let's off balance him and get to work right away. Don't wait for him.
And we're winning all the clinch stuff. He's really reaching on your hook feints. So let's go feint 3, 2, 3. And let's get in there, okay? Hey, let's go.
Hey, when you're out of range, you know he's gonna chip with those stupid kicks.
Listen,
let's step in the pocket, light his ass up.
Spend it all. Spend it all. Throw your hands, win the clinch, win the wrestling match. Let's go.
One breath. Hey, just 5 minutes left, Joe.
Take a look at this beautiful elbow by Joe Riggs in the clinch.
Stay back down. 5 minutes left.
Guys, ready here?
Not surprisingly, Crouch wants Joe to be busier on the feet, set things up with the hands. Cote looks to push forward. Wants to overpower the Diesel here in the third.
Well, Cote would like a repeat of that first round. Yes. Where he overwhelmed Joe with his grappling. Second round, he gave Joe a little distance. Joe landed that one nice right hand and that right elbow that we showed when he came back from the break.
Cote trying to march down Riggs there. Stalk his opponent a bit. Now in the clinch, which is proven to be pretty good.
Good takedown by Riggs.
Cote, Riggs with a wrestling background on top.
Very nicely done by Riggs. Look at this. Cote scrambles back up to his feet. Riggs reverses it. Riggs looking for the guillotine in full mount. Very nicely done by Riggs. Look at the scrambling of Patrick Cote though. Picks up his back. Got to be careful. Don't allow him to get that second hook in. But he did. Joe Riggs has got the back. Full back mount, body triangle. Cote trying to shake that off.
Trying to control those hands, Joe.
Cote trying to shake off that body triangle. Look how educated he is. As soon as Joe Riggs gets that body triangle on, he rolls to the side. The triangle is attached, puts pressure on the ankle. So Riggs has to let it go. Now Cote's trying to peel that hook off, and he'll try to hip escape out towards his right to get away from that right hook as well. And Riggs, very educated, closes that right hook back down. Good control by Riggs, but does not have control of the body. As I also said that to say, he doesn't have that body lock in him. Cote gets hit.
Ground and pound now. To the body. Hammer fist. Cote trying to turn it on here. Got out of trouble, took the top position. And waiting in the guard.
And Riggs looking for arm bars or something from the bottom, but Cote is so much more educated in jiu-jitsu these days. You can really see the difference.
Long-time member of Brazilian top team Canada, Pablo Hawano, the crowd team to it here. The Quebec native on top.
For Cote, really to win this fight, he's just got to stay busy here in this position and hold it. For Riggs, he's got to get back up to his feet. He's either got to threaten off his back, which he hasn't so far, or he's got to get back up to his feet. And it's got to be something tight, because Cote is very skillful in jiu-jitsu now. What Joe can't do is this. I mean, he's got to scramble the same way Cote scrambled. When he was on top of Cote kept moving, got to a better position. When Cote gets on top of Riggs sort of flounders in this spot. Throws up legs, he's just not active enough.
2 minutes on the clock, both men, champions,
Stay busy.
in their hometowns, home province, home state, smaller organizations. They meet here in the Super Bowl of Mixed Martial Arts in the UFC. 57th fight, as I mentioned, for Riggs, Joe. In fact, in 2003, he actually fought Horiguchi. That's how much of a Joe Riggs is.
He's working for it on a lot of time. He's got to get that foot across the right side of the face of Cote, and he's unable to do so.
90 seconds.
Riggs has got to get back to his feet. For Cote, this is perfect.
Come on,
Stay on
gents,
top of
improve
him.
the position.
Keep punching him.
Work to improve.
As long as
Stay
he
busy,
doesn't stand
please.
back up, he won the fight. He keeps hitting
that
him.
tough position when Riggs is trying to get the choke in his back, and now he's
better.
pounding him down, right?
Even better, though, he steps in the half guard now. Joe Riggs lost full guard. Cote is going to step off that left leg. He's in side control.
Good advancement by Patrick Cote.
Riggs is exhausted, and he's trying to get back up to his feet, but a minute to go. He's got to make something really dramatic happen now.
Riggs trying to get a hold of the neck of Cote.
Cote also seems to be the fresher fighter here. Riggs tries to reverse it. Riggs has got his back
He
now.
does for now. 35 seconds.
Hands out the fence, Cote. Hands out that
That
fence.
knee connected. That one off the shoulder.
He's got to do a lot of damage in the next 25 seconds.
Patrick trying to protect himself from the left knee. Joe Riggs.
So Patrick tries to hit the switch here. Riggs has got his
15
back.
seconds.
But again, Riggs has got to go with the body triangle. If he doesn't go with the body triangle, Patrick Cote scrambles.
10. Final seconds of the fight. These two veterans have gone the distance. Joe Diesel Riggs. Patrick the Predator Cote. Our official decision from Montreal is coming up next. Fox Sports 1, UFC 186 prelims. Live from Montreal. Are sponsored by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Riggs and Cote go the distance. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest. 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Patrick the Predator Cote.
Patrick Cote. With Joe Rogan.
I'm here with the winner, Patrick Cote. Patrick, first of all, how good does it feel to win here in Montreal?
No, first of all, Montréal, ça va? Merci beaucoup d'être venu, merci, la carte est difficile. Merci d'être venu. J'aime votre score, merci.
This fight really highlighted several things. One, your maturity and growth as a fighter and the improvement in your grappling. That was a big part of your victory here tonight.
Yeah, man, I have gray hair now, so I have more maturity for sure. I'm getting older, so I have to learn some new tricks. It's been a long camp. I was supposed to fight in March. It's been very emotional. I was too very close to me in 1 week in March. So it was very emotional, very hard for me, but I came back with all my friends. And I want to say thanks to everybody who helped me. And one guy I always forget, my doctor. This guy is because I'm still fighting today. Sébastien Simon, thank you very much.
Enjoy this victory, sir. It was a great fight. Patrick Cote, ladies and gentlemen.
The Predator, as he said, getting a little gray. He's just a veteran and a gracious victor here at home in front of his longtime friend, the former UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre. That man is a national hero. And that might even be a bit of an understatement. Check out our Move of the Fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you can get unlimited data, talk, and text on the nationwide T-Mobile network for just $30 period.
And this will receive the improvement in the grappling of Patrick Cote. He was able to take a really talented and skillful guy down over and over again, reverse position, and Diesel Riggs had his back, landed some good ground and pound. We're just seeing the overall maturity of Patrick Cote as a man and as a fighter. And that's a big victory for him against a real veteran in Joe Diesel Riggs.
And don't forget, fans, we want to know what you think will be the best move of the night. Tweet and let us know at #MetroMove. And tune into the Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 post-fight show after our pay-per-view for the winning move. Of course, on our pay-per-view, Demetrius Mighty Johnson in the main event, looking to defend his flyweight title again.
Mighty Mouse Johnson, who, in my opinion, is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet Earth. I think he's the most skillful, the most technically sound, and is arguably the most dominant champion in the sport. We're talking about a guy who makes real high-level fighters look average. He's able to finish with submissions. He's able to finish by knockout. And he's beaten the best of the best in his weight class. But Ryoji Horiguchi is a special fighter. He's very fast, he's very explosive, and he has that blitz style that's very difficult to time and gauge. And I'm really curious to see the strategy that Mighty Mouse employs to deal with this wild, kinetic fighter.
Styles make fights. Even Matt Hume, the longtime coach of Demetrius Johnson, says that all the time. Horiguchi, a different style. And the return of Rampage against this Brazilian Fabio Maldonado, who's as tough as they come.
This is the perfect fight for Rampage to come back because Fabio Maldonado's never shot for a takedown in his life. He's an awesome boxer. He's undefeated as a professional boxer, and he's going to stand right in front of Rampage, and they're going to find out who the better striker is. It's exactly the type of fight Rampage wants, exactly the type of fight that Fabio Maldonado and the fans want.
So fans, order the UFC 186 pay-per-view right now. Don't forget to tune into the live Fox Sports 1 UFC 186 post-fight show with Karen Bryant and the crew. Up next here on Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports Live, and it starts right now.